the question that's plagued humankind for centuries. Are we totally alone in the universe?
That is the way we'll first find out whether or not there's life beyond Earth.
If not, then how and when would we contact an extraterrestrial being?
Here on the little space rock we call Earth, humans often wonder whether or not we are alone in this universe. Though that question was not resolved in 2022, several findings seem to raise the possibility of extraterrestrial life. A plethora of documented items have been discovered amid very ancient sediment, coal seams, minerals, and even stones and geodes. All of this suggests that a very different story has unfolded on our planet than the majority stubbornly believes. So much proof, in fact, that it appears to have been an impossible effort for an unknown group of tyrants who, for whatever reason, have attempted to conceal or repress such discoveries, or more significantly, hide the historical tales that they are all attempting to tell us. And in today's video, we look at the most recent evidence that suggests aliens may exist. The Lanzhou Stone. A very extraordinary object was discovered a few years ago in June 2002 in the form of an unusual stone embedded with a screw-threaded metal bar inside. Mr. Jilin Wang, a Chinese collector from Lanzhou, discovered this intriguing artifact at the Mazhong mountain region on the boundaries of Gansu and Xinjiang provinces in China. Many scientists and collectors were drawn to the Lanzhou stone, which is suspected of being alien. According to the Lanzhou Morning News on June 26, 2002, a group of more than 10 geologists and global physicists from the National Resources Bureau of Gansu Province and the Colored Metal Survey Bureau of Gansu Province, the Institute of Geology and Minerals Research of China Academy, Lanzhou Branch, and the School of Resources and Environment of Lanzhou College gathered to investigate the origin of this mysterious stone. The enigmatic stone is pear-shaped, about 8 centimeters by 6 centimeters by 6 centimeters, incredibly hard, and weighs 466 grams. The object had piqued the interest of many geologists and collectors across the world, not only because of its unknown composition, but also because of the astounding artifact it held within it, a screw-threaded metal bar. Furthermore, the screw thread diameter remains constant from the thick end to the thin end, rather than fluctuating due to organism growth. Several astonishing explanations concerning the creation of this stone were suggested by the scientists during the discussion. According to one of the possibilities, this stone could be a relic from a prehistoric society, as a civilization similar to ours is supposed to have existed on Earth prior to our current one. The Silurian hypothesis is a thought-provoking work that assesses modern science's potential to detect evidence of an advanced society prior to, say, a few million or a few 100 million years ago. Adam Frank, an astrophysicist at the University of Rochester, and Gavin Schmidt, director of NASA's Goddard Institute for Space Studies, proposed an advanced civilization before humans appeared in a paper called the Silurian Conjecture, which was published in the Cambridge University Journal of Astrobiology. The phrase Silurian hypothesis was inspired by a Doctor Who episode from the 1970s that featured an intelligent reptilian race. Another notion is that it is a stony meteorite carrying information from an extraterrestrial civilization, since the screw-threaded metal bar is tightly encased in the black lithic substance. The bar's entrance to the stone and the exposed bar tip do not appear to be man-made. At the conference's conclusion, all scientists agreed that more research is needed to answer questions such as how the stone was created and if the metal bar is indeed metal or not. While many researchers have been perplexed by the Lanzhou stone's unknown composition and structural origin, many have remained skeptical about this strange-looking stone. According to them, the stone resembles a hardened ball of tar with a screw in it. Its origin could be traced back to the World Wars. As a result, there is no need to expose this rock to rigorous scientific investigation. However, the findings of these investigations, as well as possible theories for its development or origin, were never made public. Surprisingly, the scientists all agreed that the stone is now one of the most valuable in China, if not the world. When pressed for further information, it was disclosed that the rock will reportedly be incredibly useful for future research and archaeological studies. Any further information about the scientists' discoveries has remained elusive. Strange geode. Depending on the size of the geode, the largest crystals can take 1 million years to grow. So, how is a metallic, apparently man-made object lodged in one? Researchers, archaeologists, and regular people have discovered a multitude of documented items that have been recovered from very ancient stones and even geodes over the years. Many of these artifacts are far from conventional, implying that our civilization's history is either wholly undocumented or, at most, partially accurate. All of these discoveries appear to imply that our history books have recorded a dramatically different story and that the majority of mainstream scholars are unable to accept the reality that there are items out there that completely rewrite our history. Many pieces of evidence have been discovered over the years, but history is still not being recorded properly, and it appears that many have attempted to conceal or repress such discoveries for whatever purpose. The question is why? Why do experts dismiss such discoveries so quickly? And why is it so difficult to remain open-minded about these findings? The truth is that incredible objects have been discovered in the most unexpected places on Earth, and one such discovery of an allegedly unbreakable chunk of unknown metal was made by an amateur geologist named Mike Walters. According to accounts, Mike, who frequently stumbles across such geodes, discovered an unusual geode and was perplexed by its contents after opening it. Inside of it was some kind of metallic device that looked like a ring and was lodged there. "I have never found anything like this. It appears to be a polished metal of man-made origin," Mike wrote in an email to Coast to Coast. So who on earth could have made such an antique metal object? And how might it have become lodged within the geode? According to this claim, the thing inside the geode has remained encased for 200 million years. So what are we dealing with here? Is it an alien artifact? Is there evidence of an incredibly advanced society that ever existed on Earth? Is there another explanation? The Salzburg Cube. The Salzburg Cube, also known as the Wolfsegg iron, is a remarkable antique relic discovered in Austria in the late 19th century. When it was discovered at Wolfsegg am Hausruck, Upper Austria, the Salzburg Cube sparked excitement and surprise. The Salzburg Cube, a truly ancient antique, is frequently referenced as an out-of-place artifact, detailing how its origin does not match its makeup. As a result, the Salzburg Cube continues to pique the imagination of historians, conspiracy theorists, and scientists to this day. The Salzburg Cube does not appear to be a cube at first glance, and the term Wolfsegg iron is perhaps a better fit. The Salzburg Cube is more like a spherical item with two flat edges, and a groove through the middle that gives the artifact its most distinguishing feature. The iron also features a plethora of pits and craters that cover its whole surface, including the central groove. It's simple to see where the fascination with the Salzburg Cube came from. Its features and appearance, along with the grooves and pits, give the iron an alien appearance. The color of the iron itself contributes to the potentially futuristic look, and it would not look out of place in a science fiction film. The Salzburg Cube got its name from where it was first kept, which was the Salzburg Museum. However, it vanished in the early 1900s under what appeared to be mysterious circumstances, only to later reappear at the Heimathaus Museum. The cube itself was found on what has both been referred to as a mine and also as an iron foundry. The Salzburg Cube itself was dug out of a coal mine by one of the workers there. This is where the story of the Salzburg Cube gets really interesting. The miner who found the cube at the iron foundry was apparently breaking open a piece of coal and found the cube inside. It is believed that the strain of coal the cube came from and that was dug out of the mine was dated back as over 60 million years old. Adolf Güret, a genealogy professor at Bonn University in Germany, was one among the first people to examine the Salzburg Cube. He was the one who made the original remark that the cube was in fact of meteoric origin. Later on, when the Natural History Museum in Vienna conducted an analysis of the cube using electron beam analysis, they found no traces of the common elements associated with meteoric origin, such as cobalt, nickel, or chromium. This led to the conclusion that Mr. Güret's discovery was not as conclusive as he had originally claimed. The Salzburg Cube has been the subject of a great deal of speculation and investigation by scientists over the years, but it is difficult to reconcile the findings of earlier study with those of more recent studies. The initial theories of the cube being from a meteor or outer space were later replaced with more pure science, where the cube was thought to be man-made and manufactured. In spite of the fact that some mystery may still surround the cube, its precise location is now unknown, which only serves to add another layer of mystery to the puzzle. Has the Salzburg Cube been acquired by a private collection, or has it just been destroyed as a worthless hoax? Obviously, there is no way to know for certain, and in the absence of such information, we will never be able to reach a decision regarding the Wolfsegg iron. Let's hear your thoughts about these artifacts in the comments section.